It's been quite a long time since I've made an episode for my Guide to Competitive Sniper, and in that time, I've done a lot of different things in regards to gaming. However, no matter what shooter I played, whether it was Counter-Strike, Overwatch, Podgy, Fortnite, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 edition, I found that a lot of what I said in my first two videos, and along with what I was planning on talking about in future guides, basically held true. This, with a sudden desire to want to make videos like this again, brought me back full circle. Welcome back to Podgy's Guide to Competitive Sniper, where today we're going to talk about crosshair placement. Crosshair placement's pretty self-defining. It's the placement of your crosshair. But obviously, I'm not back to just tell you the definition. I'm here to explain the mental discipline needed for good crosshair placement, why you should develop that discipline, and how to improve your overall crosshair placement regardless of what map or game you're on. To better explain crosshair placement, I'm going to switch to a live setup to further discuss my talking points. Alright, so here we are on product. I'm going to do a little bit of a live thing this time, because I feel like something like this is better explained by me showing it to you and not talking about it while looking through footage and hoping to find the right clip, because this is something that can be really easily explained just by showing. Alright, so Crosshair Discipline, let's talk about that first. Crosshair Discipline is basically like you're always actively thinking about where your crosshair is positioned. It's something that I learned through playing Counter-Strike a lot, because player positioning in that game is very structured. You generally know where people are going to stand, especially the higher in higher gameplay, because they're trying to go for the most optimal position. So what you want to do basically is hold angles where you know that there's where you know that there's going to be snipers. That was not a good crosshairs position, but basically, like for example, let's say we're starting out on blue on product, and we have a few options here. We can go through right side connector up into cliff, or if you're on red, then it's left side connector. Like I'm on red, so it doesn't matter. But or you can come through main, you go through house, and you have a few options. You can come up to house right here, and if you expect that the sniper's gonna come China, you can sit porch over here and just have your crosshair lined up with his face ready for him to peek. And if you expect him to come from house, then yeah, you hold this angle. If you're expecting him to come from cliff, like say he did go cliff and you're expecting him to go China, then while you're taking shots here, you time it out a little bit, have like an internal clock in your head, be like, okay, he's taking a couple shots, or yeah, actually, or if you can hear it, if you hear him take a couple of shots over there, then you're like, okay, he might rotate to China, so I'm gonna hold this angle right here. Now, the only problem is, with TF2, you got a little laser beam on your gun that lets everyone know that, hey, I'm looking right here. So, unless the sniper is not paying attention, which chances are he's not, because he might be thinking about other things, you might be able to get away with holding this angle. And he's gonna peek, and you're gonna take the shot, and he's gonna die, and it's gonna be great. Or, in a counter sense, if you're expecting that a sniper is going to be waiting for you to come China, say you're a sniper that likes to go China. I am. I love China. It's a good position. You get a lot of open area. The rock in the way is a problem sometimes, but it's okay. It's a very good angle, and you have a lot of time to deal with stuff. So if you expect things coming China, you got that crosshair placement. What I like to do is I like to charge my shot early, but what I do is first I set my crosshair like about right here against the wall, and and while it charges, that's when I walk over, and by then I'm ready to take the shot. Even if he's not buffed and I hit the body shot, whatever. You get it. So, but you always want to be thinking about this no matter what you're doing. Like what I was just talking about was the opening mid fight. What you don't, how do I want to say it? You basically don't want your crosshair to be in a bad position. Like, you never want to be, like, looking around like this. Oh, I'm looking at the ground. The ground's not going to hurt you. The only time the ground's going to hurt you is if you're going to take fall damage, and it's not like you can shoot the ground to stop it from killing you. Like if I do this... See, it didn't stop me from from dying. See, the ground's gonna hurt you, and you can't hurt it. Stop looking at the ground. Like that's a lot. That's what a lot of low skilled players do, and it's really bad. Don't do that. Anyways, the only time you should not be constantly looking at an angle is if like you have to straight up look at where you're going, and that's fine. But what you want to do, if you have to move in certain directions and stuff, keep your crosshair at what you believe to be eye level, and that intuition's gonna increase over time. So if you want it to be like, if you're always looking for snipers, try to keep it at your eye level, because snipers are as tall as you. But say you're expecting a scout to come along this corner, it's gonna be a little bit shorter, and that's fine. Or pyro, or anything else that has a different height. Just it's something that you'll figure out as you keep playing. All right, so now we're gonna talk about a quick example of when your crosshair placement could literally be the difference between life and death in a sniper duel. I mean, it seems pretty obvious. If your crosshair's already there, then you have a bit higher chance of killing them. But a lot of the times, what's going to happen is a sniper's going to be holding off an angle. Like, there's going to be a spy looking at you, constantly calling you out. Maybe they're running cloak and dagger, and that sniper, say he's sitting on rock right now. So rock, from here, he can be as far out as here, but he's usually going to be like around this area right here. So you're coming up. Your main right now, you don't see him right now, but you see his gun sticking out. He's looking over at concrete and grass. So, say you want to peek him, but you want to get that shot off real fast. Now, like, this isn't always going to work. Sometimes you're going to have micro adjustments. I mean, it's TF2. There's always micro adjustments necessary in your aim, and that's what separates the good from the better snipers. So what you want to do is use your objects as reference points always. So, for example, like about the middle of the stairs, depending on where you are, you can line up this shot, and yeah, see, I had to do that little adjustment. But if the more you practice, the more you're gonna recognize where the sniper might be, and you can always just like take that shot. Like, you can always just peek, shot, get out. Even if you miss, that's fine. Like, you're most likely gonna survive, because that sniper is not gonna be able to react in time. Like, let me show you what they're gonna be looking at. So you saw how, like, if the sniper's right here looking all this, he has to look at all of this, and that's a lot of mouse movement right here. Unless you're Rondego and you have a ½ inch per 360, and then like this little movement gets you across. Like, I was moving my mouse like this, This is my mouse movement for this. Like, I can't show it to you right now. I don't have my webcam set up like that. But I'm moving my mouse like a decent amount. My sense is low. But yeah. But for the sniper that is over there, he only has to deal with that little area above the rock. He has a better chance of taking the shot there. So even if, like, you might get unlucky. Maybe he's looking at this angle right here, and this is what you peek, and then you miss and you die. But not always. There's so many different angles that you can come up from, and it's great, because then you have a good chance of winning, and you win because of your crosshair placement. Same goes for any other positioning. If you know where the sniper is, you want that crosshair placed perfectly to line up so that as soon as you peek, you can take that shot. As soon as that, like, you can even tell, like, right here in China, you see how the laser is, like, much bigger than my crosshair? As soon as that laser gets really tiny, or, like, non-existent, it means your shot, you're past the hitbox. You can just, boom, dead. Sniper's dead. Then you go over here, and then you get on the rock, and then you shoot the medic because he's in pocket, and then you win. And then your team's like, oh my god, you're such a good sniper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, hope you guys like that. So that's all I have for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or topics regarding sniping that you would like me to discuss, leave a comment down below and I'll try to get to it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next one.